So this all started back in January 2020, right before the world went crazy. My buddy, let's call him Jake, was one of those guys who wore his heart and his paycheck on his sleeve. He'd just gotten promoted to shift supervisor at McDonald's. $10.25 an hour, about 30 hours a week. Not rich, but proud. And then one day, he decided to treat himself. He walked into a shiny dealership and walked out with a brand new car. Except, not the kind of car someone making $10.25 an hour should ever buy. Because when the first bill came in, Jake realized something horrifying. His car payment was $795 a month. His insurance? Another $400. His total income? Barely $1,200 after taxes. Do the math. He couldn't even afford gas. Jake showed up at my apartment one night, pale and shaking, holding a stack of papers. Dude, I think I'm screwed. Now, I used to sell cars, so I know this game inside now. When I flipped through his paperwork, my jaw clenched. The dealership had ripped him off hard. Overpriced warranties, add-ons he didn't need, and an interest rate so high it should have come with oxygen masks. But here's the thing, none of that was technically illegal. It was scummy, sure, but not criminal. And that's when it hit me. If Jake only made $1,200 a month, how on earth did a bank approve him for a $795 payment? That math doesn't add up. So I started digging. Jake's finance application, the one he filled out, was correct. It listed his income honestly. But when I looked at the version the dealership had sent to the bank, my blood went cold. They had doctored it. On the version they sent, they claimed Jake was a general manager at McDonald's, making $70,000 a year. I actually laughed out loud. Jake looked at me like I'd lost it. What's so funny? Jake, you didn't just get scammed. These idiots committed bank fraud. That's a felony. And that's when I realized this was our ticket out. The next morning, I walked into that dealership with Jake beside me. He was nervous. I was calm, because I knew exactly how this was going to go. We asked for the sales manager. He strutted over, slick suit, fake smile, and said, "How can I help you today?" I said, "You're going to want to get your general manager. We're here to unwind a deal your team made." He blinked. "Unwind a deal?" "Yeah. You sold my friend a car using falsified income data. That's bank fraud." Suddenly, that fake smile vanished. He left and came back with the GM, a guy with the posture of someone who thinks he's untouchable. He leaned back in his chair, smirked, and said, "You can't prove that." So I slid 2 sheets of paper across the desk. On the left, Jake's original application, his handwriting, real income. On the right, the electronic version the dealership sent to the bank, showing $70,000 a year. The GM's face went from pink to pale. He looked at the papers, then at me. He knew. I knew. We both knew. "That's felony-level fraud," I said quietly. "You forged income data to secure a loan. You want to fix this the easy way, or should we take this to the bank and the feds?" Silence. You could have heard a pin drop. The GM finally exhaled. "Okay, what do you want?" I said. "Simple. Unwind the deal. Give my friend his trade-in back." He rubbed his temples. "We already sold the trade-in." Of course they did. So I said, "Fine. Then you're going to give him a car that's just as good, or better." He laughed bitterly. "You expect me to just give him a car?" I smiled. "You already took one. You made money on it. And you committed a felony in the process. This isn't a favor. This is damage control." The GM's jaw tightened. He tried to play hardball. "I'll give him a 2007 Focus, 10,000 more miles than his trade-in." I leaned forward, calm and steady. "No, you'll give him something equal or better. Otherwise, we're walking straight to a consumer protection attorney. And I promise you, they'll love this paperwork." He stared at me for a long moment. Then he sighed, muttered a curse, and said, "Wait here." 10 minutes later, he came back. "All right, I've got an '08 Civic. 5,000 more miles, but it's a solid car. We'll unwind the original loan, cancel everything, and put him the Civic. No extra cost." I looked at Jake. His eyes were wide, almost teary. "Take it," I said. "It's fair." The GM had the new paperwork drawn up. The old loan was canceled. Jake's nightmare? Erased. The dealership? They had to eat the loss on the brand new car they'd sold him, now marked as used and worth thousands less. That was the cost of their creative financing. As we walked out, Keys in hand, Jake turned to me and said, "Man, I can't believe you just did that." I laughed. "Jake, the lesson here is simple. Never mess with paperwork when someone in the room knows what it means." That dealership lost money, reputation, and possibly more. But the best part? They couldn't do a damn thing about it. Some people think revenge is about yelling or getting even. But the best revenge? It's calm. It's methodical. It's using the truth as a weapon and letting the guilty bury themselves with their own lies. If this story made you cheer, hit that like button and tell me in the comments. Have you ever caught a scammer red-handed? And don't forget to subscribe for more real stories where karma hits harder than any court ever could.